Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the cut flower area. It's a mess and I'm sure you probably have or had a garden space that looks like this in your garden, right? So I am probably 90 something percent done with planting. So this is just where I was just doing my planting and getting plants in the ground. So anyway, so this bed is actually my cut flower bed for my zinnias and my sunflowers. So we're gonna go clean up this bed, pull out the weeds, and then plant the seeds, and then we're gonna mulch it. But friends, let me show you this. Do you remember in September, October, in fall, late fall, we planted cool hardy annuals? This is it. This is it. Yes, I've made so many bouquets from these. But anyway, so here we are. We have the larkspur, beautiful. We have Queen Anne's lace. We have Bells of Ireland, which is a great filler for your bouquet. And then we have Bachelor Button in all different colors. And look at this. This is Nigella Love in a Mist. This is what the flower looks like. And then it creates these beautiful seed heads. They're stunning in your cut flower bouquet. They really are, these seed heads. So if you have this in a garden, don't throw these away. Put them in your floral vase. Beautiful. So anyway, so this is what we did in September, October when it was fall season, and they're looking so good. But as I said to you before, let's clean up this area. I have some zinnias I started from seed. They're perfect to plant out. And then I've been struggling with my sunflowers because the squirrels would come and dig it up because I have them outside in a kind of hidden spot, but they still find them. So let's see what we might probably just put them in the ground with the seeds. We'll see. But the zinnias are doing pretty well. And then friends, let's take a moment, okay? Take a moment to enjoy this gladiolus. I know I need to come in and stake it. Just look at that. Now it's gladiolus season. I noticed this starting to bloom already. Just look at this. If you don't have a gladiolus, I strongly recommend planting gladiolus in your garden for cut flowers. You would absolutely love them. They're unique and they're different. Beautiful, isn't it? And then over here, another part of the cut flower garden, we have Bachelor Button. These I went to sow using the milk jug method. And in this one, the bird planted this one for me. Yes, this plant was here in spring coming up, but the others I did myself. And just look at that, it grew right into the bird bath. I'm just gonna leave it alone. And then we have more Bachelor Button. And friends, I have the most unusual flowers that I don't even know what they are. I have to use my app to see what they are, but look at this. These are all from seeds that I went to sow, and most of them, I think this pack was the flower mix from the dollar store. That's what it was called, flower garden mix, where it's just different cut flowers in there. So as I said to you before, I have no clue what these are, except I know what the larkspur looks like, right? And the Bachelor Button. And then here is this one, so dainty, so beautiful, isn't it? So all these I did using the winter sowing method. And I think this one is a poppy, California poppy. But just look at this, friends, and look at this whimsical plant. I don't even know what it is. I just love it. I love it so much. I have to use my app and see what it is. I absolutely love it. And then the dahlia, excuse the sun, the dahlia is coming in. This one is Arabian Night Dahlia coming in. You probably saw when I planted those. And then the hydrangea blooming in the back. But anyway, friends, let's go ahead and let's clean up this entire area, and I'll show you what it looks like after. And then here is this Super Dorothy rumbling rose. I shared my rose video with you guys a few weeks ago. This one wasn't blooming yet, but here it is. That's what the bloom looks like. Yes, and I'm hoping it would attach itself somehow here to the trellis. I don't like how it's like leaning like that, but we'll see. And here we have more over here. Absolutely beautiful. It's like fluffy and it has a cluster of roses. That's why it's probably called rambling roses, just the way the blooms are. All right friends, so here is the before, and then let's get this clean up and let's do the after. All right, friends, here it is. It looks better, doesn't it? Yes. So I have the potatoes here and I have the corn. Yes, friends, I'm doing corn and potatoes in the ground here with the zinnias and sunflower. So friends, okay, so I've been babying these seedlings because I had a first batch and then the squirrels came and it made a mess because I had these outside. Normally I do them from inside, but this year I had so many different seeds I just didn't want to be bothered to be taking the seeds out, hardening off the seeds, and and all the good stuff. I think I just ran out of space too. Anyways, so I did these outside and I have the tags here. So this one is the Royal Zinnia and this one is the Envy, that's like a green color, and then this batch is the Dahlia. We have the cactus. I just did some tags here, and in these containers, friends, as I said to you before, the squirrels, they love sunflower. So happy I have good size seedlings for the sunflower, so hopefully I'm able to get some sunflower. So these are the sunflower, and I did the Velvet Queen, and I did a batch that gives you the pollen free. I'll show that to you in a second, but here we have more, and you could see I've been babying them, making sure they have enough liquid, because when you do seed from outside, it's in the 90 degrees here, friends. You have to make sure you keep the soil very moist. That's why there's water to the bottom. Like every other day I come out and make sure there's water in here, and my seedlings are moist and my soil is moist. Look at that. So these are all sunflowers in these containers, friends. If you don't have a container like this, get a couple from the dollar store. They come in so handy. You can do a lot of purposes in the garden with them. And let me go through here and show you the seeds. My friends, here they are. So this one is the Velvet Queen sunflower, and then this one is a pollen one. So they normally say, I'm not sure if you ever purchase sunflower, you would notice, well, I'm thinking you would notice, right, that the sunflower, they're pollen free. So very important if you're looking to do cut flowers, especially sunflowers. Make sure you get the pollen free cut flowers right there. This one was from Rose Seeds. So I purchased this one so I don't have to worry about the pollen on my clothing or on my fingers, just to make it more cleaner, if that makes sense. And then this one more than likely has the pollen. This is from, I think it was from Walmart or Target. Yes, it's so windy. And then here's this one from the dollar store. I think we have a couple of this in the mix, but this is what these sunflowers will look like. Hopefully we get sunflower if the squirrels decide to be nice and leave my seedlings alone. And then let me show you what the zinnias will look like. Alrighty, friends, so here's the zinnias. The only one I didn't plant was this one. I think I'm gonna plant this over in the other cut flower bed. You can see it right there. I still have to clean that out. I still have cool flower seeds blooming over there, as you can see. So I have a spot right in the front. I'm gonna probably sow these very soon. And the reason why I'm waiting is that with these, they have that beautiful fall color. Yes, I want to make sure I have zinnias that looks like fall colors. Let me show you exactly what it's called. It's called sombrero. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so these will go over there, and the others we're just gonna plant them here, and then I'll mulch it and keep my eyes on it, friends. But if the squirrel decides to eat these, it's okay. I still have a lot of seeds. And with your sunflower and your zinnias, especially zinnias, you can do zinnias in succession planting. And what that simply means is that you can plant them just like a gladiolus every 2 weeks. You count back how long it takes for the flowers to bloom. So let's see if this one tells me how long. It says plants are easy to grow from seeds, producing blooms in 5 to 7 weeks. Yes. So what I would do, I would just count back from when my first frost is here and just count backwards. So that's when I know I need to stop planting zinnias, if that makes sense. So pretty excited about that, and they grow really fast. Some of them take 60 days. So we're in June, July, September, so there's still time to get these in the ground. So anyway, let me stop digressing here. Let's get these planted and I'll show you what it looks like after. But this is the after I clean out the bed. So messy, it looks so much better now. All right, friends, so I made this trench, as you can see with the hole, friends. It is so dry. Do you see this? I was not even able to dig the holes individually just to plant these small seedlings. So another tip for you, if you're gonna do seed from scratch in the ground, this is a perfect way to do it too. So you just sprinkle seed in here, because that's what I did with the cool flower seeds over there. You just sprinkle seeds in here, right? And then the flat area, I'm not sure what you call it, just put some mulch on here, and that will define the space and make rows. I think that's how like farmers would do it. Well, let me say, back in the Caribbean, that's how the farmers would do it when they're planting crops. So the seeds would go here, and then, well, back in the Caribbean we don't use mulch, not this type of mulch we have here, but the space would be here, so that way the two rows of crop doesn't be touching each other. They have enough spacing, because remember, with your plants, they need circulation, right? You don't need your plants to be packed in like if they're in a train or a bus or whatever the case may be. So you would just put the seeds in the trench, and then we can put mulch on top, and then we can put seeds here and mulch on top. So that's a good way to do seeds from outside, and just cover it back and just water it in. Watering is the key to starting seeds from outside. Very, very important, friends. But anyway, so I just did it so I could get these seedlings in there, because it was so hard for me to dig the ground. So we're gonna go and we're gonna plant them, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna put the mulch in between or just cover the entire thing with mulch. We'll see what I decide to do. Look at the roots on this, friends. Oh my goodness, such a small seedling, but a lot of fruits here. All right, so looking good so far. So let me get all of these in, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, friends, so the sunflower seeds are in, as you can see, and then the zinnias are here, and I have an extra row all the way coming down here. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some seed in the center. Oh, and I wanted to demonstrate the reason why I made trench in here is simply because, just look at that, okay? And I caught myself doing it, and I thought, you know what, let me share that with you. So right here, see my foot there? So when I'm stepping here to planting these, you need to step somewhere. So when you step here, think about it that way. You're not stepping in your plant, right? So that's the reason for that too. So you can maneuver in between. It's also for circulation, in my opinion, so the plants aren't touching each other like that. And also a way for you to move around in your plant and do what you need to do. Because if you think about it, where are you gonna walk to clip the plants, right? I have plants in the center. I can't stretch over like this and clip them. I need somewhere to get in between the rows to clip the plants. So that's the reason for it too. It's almost like a stepping stone in between. Anyway, so let's sprinkle these guys in here, cover them up, and let's see what happens. Hi friends, and zinnias only need, well, this type, it only need like a quarter to cover, just a 1/4 inch. And friends, I recommend when you're sowing seeds outside, go heavy, okay? Be heavy handed and do it very heavy, because if you think about it, you have wind, you have the birds who's very good at picking your seeds out, right? You have the squirrels who like to be digging around, and you have the natural elements, just the wind and all of that. And not all of the seeds may germinate. So when I do seeds outside, I love to be heavy-handed. But anyway, so it's covered, as you can see here, and I'm gonna give this a really good drink. The ground is so dry. I hope you guys are doing well, and you keeping hydrated as well as your plants. Very, very important in this season. Friends, I can't believe these corn. I just can't wait for them to get big. Yes, those were from the dollar store seeds I did. Anyway, so let's get this all mulch and then water it in and see what it looks like. All right, friends, it's getting really dark, but look at it. It looks so good right now. And as you can see, I did water it in a lot. Yes. So right here, my white rock method, where I planted something. This is where the seeds are. So obviously with seeds like zinnias, you're not going to cover them with mulch. Probably if you had corn or beans, like really larger seeds, you probably can get away with covering them with mulch. And I know it's easy just to protect it from the rodents and the squirrels from digging out your stuff. But if you cover certain seeds with mulch, nothing is going to happen for you. The mulch is just going to suffocate them and just kill them. Yes, except for the larger seeds that can penetrate through the mulch pieces, because these are wood chip mulch. as you can see that? Yep, they're wood. So that's why this area look larger, because the seeds are there. But just look at it, friends. I'm just concerned the squirrels might come in and make a mess, but you know what? We have to share the garden with them, right? They're part of nature, so we just have to share with them. But we'll see. But anyhow, this is what it looks like. And as I said to you before, I have this path here. So if I want to step here, I can step on there, and I have space to go through and cut the flowers or pick the corn, so to speak. But this is what it looks like. All right, friends, look at it. It's been 2 weeks since we planted these. Look at the zinnias getting tall already. And friends, here we are. These are the seeds that we sowed together. Look at them. So what I can do is come in here and thin them out, but I'm not going to do that simply because it's outside and they're still small, and you just never know what could happen if a squirrel might come and dig around and then I lose some of them. So I'm going to leave them alone until they get really big and they have their true leaves, so to speak, and then take it from there. But I just wanted to give you an update, friends. I'm so excited. Look at my sunflowers. I'm really hoping the squirrels don't come and break my sunflowers, because that's what they do. They would come and then they would break here by just running around in the garden. So that's always been my fear with sunflowers, but I have 2 rows of them, and I'm really hoping they stay tall for me and not end up with broken stems. Let me show you a perfect example. Do you see my corn? Look at this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 corn stalk. Do you see that? Completely damaged. We have another one. Here's one there, and then here's one over there. So that's my problem with them. So I'm hoping I have 4 standing. So I'm really hoping that I get some corn from here. And the potatoes are still doing fine. But anyway, friends, I just wanted to share with you the zinnias and the sunflower seeds on this end. And I'm gonna come in and clean up this bed. This bed, as you can see, these flowers look very stressed out. Not that they're stressed out, their cycle is coming to an end. These are the cool flower seeds. So we have Queen Anne's lace, we have Bachelor Buttonwood, Nigella Love in a Mist, and then we have Bells of Ireland. So these are cool flower seeds that I did in the end of fall when it was really cool and nice. So their time has come. They don't like the heat. So I'm gonna go in here and clip off whatever good ones remaining. I still have some Queen Anne's lace here, and these are the seed head from the, do you see that, friends? Look at that. And just look what's in my hand, a bug. Do you see the seeds in there? Yes. So those are the seed head from Nigella Love in a Mist. I could reuse these seeds or even save them as dry floral arrangements. And just look at this. I think that's a weed. Look how tall it is. But my point is, they're done. They're for the cool season. And what I'm gonna do in September, October, I'm gonna plant these seeds all over again, so that way I have beautiful blooms for next spring. Because they enjoy the cool weather, they survive the winter, and then when they warm up in spring, they just start to emerge and get taller. So they will grow for me in October, November. I'll have small seedlings, as I shared with you in the video when I did them last year. But then they get bigger as spring gets warmer here. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do, clean out this bed, and then we're gonna go ahead and plant some zinnias. Yes, these are the ones that has the fall color, so I'll do some zinnias in here. So it's not too late to plant your zinnias. Depends on what zone you're in, right? So I still have time to do zinnias, and I'm going to try some other seeds like straw flower and just test them out and see, because you just never know. That's what you do with your garden. You test it and you see how it works, and make sure you document it in your journal. If you love gardening, you should have a garden journal. So document it and say, hey, I planted these seeds this time. It was too late. I was too early. So very important, do that. So I'm going to test some other seeds there and see if it's too late. We're in July, early July right now. So we're gonna do the zinnias definitely, so I would have blooms for fall, and I'll share those with you when this bed is done. But anyway, friends, but I wanted to share with you my cut flower garden area and what it's looking like. Yes. And the zinnias looking good, and the sunflowers. I'm so excited. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one, friends. Cheers.